Hey, my name is Valdas. I will be playing Legacy League today, and my weapon of choice is again lance deck. Not the popular red-green lance, but the less seen nowadays red blue green lance, and today I'm testing the variation that contains containment priests as a potential solution to bad matchups like show and tell decks. I have dropped the Zuran orb from my sideboard, and let's see how this goes. While we are waiting for the first match, the way this deck works is it's mostly a control deck that controls the board with punishing fires, explosives, maze of it, Caracas. Punishing fires are recurring, by the way, tabernacle, wastelands and such, with some tutors, some draw spells and some heavy card advantage. So let's see how this goes. Since my last stream, I played a few leagues. I was a bit too tired to stream. I probably am now as well, but since my goal is to play a league every single day and I still have a lot of work to do, why not? So here's our first match. We won the tie roll, and starting hand contains mana acceleration in the form of exploration, card advantage in form of Sylvan Library and Life from the Loam. Hey, nice to see you in the chat. I have a green source, which is always nice. We have a way to recur artifacts in case we find some, preferably that's engineered explosives. We have some mana disruption and a potential blocker or a win condition in the worst case. So let's see where this goes. Since we are playing against an unknown opponent and I don't have even the slightest idea if the opponent is on Wasteland or on Moon deck, I have to fetch for basic forest. That way my forest is safe from Wastelands, Blood Moons and such, and I can always fetch other colors by using Life from the Loam to recur my Misty Rainforest. Opponent is lagging a little bit for some reason. So my first turn will be exploration and either Rishadan Port or Mishra's Factory, because I want to get those online as soon as possible. And after that my second turn will hugely depend on what I see. If it's something where I need to find some yeah, don't think I'm that famous for ghosting. If the situation is that I need to find my combo or some extra disruption as soon as possible, then I'm casting Sylvan Library on turn 2 and porting my opponent. If not, I'm porting and casting Life from the Loam. Although even then I might opt for Sylvan Library. I will make the choice once I have some idea of what opponent is playing. So mostly I've been finishing something like 3 and 2 in the leagues. I had a 4 and 1 league recently, and my last league went 0-5. Every single match I lost 1-2, but that was just let's call it a terrible luck league, because I played the same opponent on ad nauseam tendrils twice. I lost to Matej Zatlkai playing Mono Red Storm, that's already 3 Storm decks, which is not a great matchup. I also lost to Blue Red Elver, which is, I'd say, a terrible matchup. And my 5th match was lost to Dredge deck, which basically went off on turn 1 twice, including Cabal Therapies and such, so I couldn't really find a way to stop them in time. So I hope this league will go more reasonably. Opponent is still delaying. If this is a grindy matchup, they might regret it. Gotta admit that waiting in the match is not the most fun part. So, regarding the list, it's the same I played in the previous league, just -2 Warping Whales and Zuron Orb from the sideboard, and added Containment Priests. 3 of them to be able to search them up with an intuition. I think that might be quite important. I also cut 1 Bayou for Savannah, which is an obvious change. And well, that's all the changes here. Another disconnect, so opponent should probably do something with their internet connection. So meanwhile, let's look at the spoilers. Blood Moon reprint is nice, but I would really want new art at some point. This seems to be the same, I think. Curse Catcher reprint is really good. The card was really out of the mind with its price. Imperial Recruiter I'm not sure about, it's not really being used anywhere much now. Sundering Titan, I think it's cheap anyway, so that's a new art as a choice, I guess that's fine. Chalice reprint is great, although I probably want Chalice to be reprinted at some lower rarity. So we either want Mishra's Factory or Rishadan Port. I'll go for Mishra's Factory in case we're playing something aggressive and I might need to block soon. Well, Symbol is nice, and okay, Probe deck. Most of those are not good. I would really love to see some new art. It's a classic card by now, and for both Blood Moon and Chalice I would love to see something we haven't seen yet. Could be yet another Storm deck. Could be Grixis Delver with a weird choice of base. Nope, that's not Delver. It could be the Epic Storm is my... I think that's the Epic Storm here. At least that's my opinion of what we are playing against. In that case, this Ghost Quarter would be equal to Wasteland, if I'm correct. Oh, I clicked the wrong card. This could be ad nauseam tendrils, then they would only have another basic, I think. In any case, I'm pretty sure this is a Storm deck. So let's Ghost Quarter them again, since I already passed on the opportunity to Rishadan Port. There is a chance that if they are ad nauseam tendrils, they could have a third basic, but yeah, no more. So we have Wasteland, we need to find a win condition or something as soon as possible because, well, Storm can easily go off with a single land of the mana artifacts and rituals. And the fastest way to find win conditions is to dredge loam and hope they get into my graveyard. I really hope this is just a brainstorm for the sake of brainstorming and searching and not a brainstorm that sets up to win the storm. Okay. Quarterbock Thespian stage. So we have a win in play already. Let's go for the volcanic island. They will probably have another brainstorm here. And I think if they cast something, I will go for Bojuka Bog to clear out their graveyard. I kinda want to get more advantage of my life from the loam than the single ghost quarter next turn. But I also want to deny them as much mana as possible from Cabal rituals. And for that I need to get rid of their graveyard. So Threshold could help them gain more mana. So I'll just go and prevent it as much as possible. So here we will be porting their Bloodstained Mire and Ghost Quartering it. If we have enough mana. Yeah, we will have enough mana. So first thing we need to do here is dredge the life from the loam. Cast it, returning the free lands in our graveyard. Play Rishadan Port. Tap opponent's Bloodstained Mire. And either they fetch, and then we go quarter whatever they fetch for, or they will let it be tapped and then we ghost quarter the fetch land. So this game 1 looks kinda okay, but I really need to find the win condition as soon as possible. Mishra's Factory Beats is something that takes something like 8 turns. And I don't think I have that much time. Okay, Talaria West is good. So we can go fetch a tropical island, play another tropical island, life from the loam for Talaria, Wasteland and Ghost Quarter. And now there's a choice. I can either Talaria West for a combo piece, or I can Talaria West for Chalice and cast it on either 1 or 0. I think I'm going with Chalice on... Oh no, I cannot. I already played 2 lands, so that means I will be transmuting for Chalice and casting it for 0. This way my opponent won't have too many chances to go off in case they have any mana artifacts in hand. Basically right now they need to go off with most likely a land and mana rituals, since this chalice denies them 4 Lion's Eye Diamond and 2 Lotus Petals in their deck. That's a good amount of mana, and using only Dark Rituals and Cabal Rituals that are now, thanks to Bojuka Bog not as good as they could be. I think their chances of going off are not great, and they also lost connection to the game yet again. With the way this is going, I may even win the match on time. So, talking about reprints, is this mythic? Yeah, it is. So, I would like a rare reprint for Chalice. Its price is way too much. Hana Ship's Navigator is completely irrelevant for me, same as Sakroma and Niv Mizzet. Those are Gisela, those are mostly commander cards, which I don't really place. This is a nice art for Dark Ritual. Okay. So I can play 2 lands, that's not enough for the combo yet. That's unfortunate, but we are still going to get the combo here. Here, play Thespian Stage, play Dark Depths, activate Mishra's Factory just to take away a little bit of life they could have, since I can't really do anything better this turn. At least I'm making their Ad Nauseam worse in case they get there. So here the question is, can I get anything that makes the situation better for me? In my list I might get Engineered Explosives or Punishing Fire to burn them a little. Dark Depths, Glacial Chasm does nothing, and they win via Tendrils, and Chasm doesn't prevent life loss. Caracas Fort, so basically I think I can safely dredge. Get whatever back. Then play double Wasteland, then just pray that opponent won't have anything on their turn. I want Tolaria West in my hand to be able to tutor up for I had to attack with Mishra's Factory, I completely forgot that. I want Tolaria West in my hand to be able to tutor up Engineered Explosives in case the opponent... okay, so that's... They are trying to go off, so I really had to attack with Mishra's Factory, and this might cost me a game if they go off via Ad Nauseam. So, as I was saying, I want to be able to get they're filling up their graveyard. Probably there was an option of wastelanding Bojuka Bog and getting rid of their single Bloodstained Mire, but I considered that, but I didn't really think that a single card might matter. So, again, back to Tolaria West, I want to be able to tutor up Engineered Explosives for wherever. I don't really think there's much I can do there. So now, what I want Ancient Tomb to be able to cast my hate pieces faster. I want all of my hate pieces in, and I probably want Tireless Trackers in. I wanna cut a couple of Punishing Fires, that's not how I win this matchup. Although I'll keep 2 this time. They might sideboard in Dark Confidant. I'm getting a couple of fly from the loam. Glacial Chasm is completely irrelevant. Maze of It is a dead card. Caracas is a dead card. I'm keeping the Tabernacle as my single creature hate for Empty the Warrens, but it's unlikely they will go for Empty the Warrens win condition in the matchup. And now I will cut Sheltered Thicket because it's the slowest cycling land, and I think I'm cutting one Intuition for a single Cross and Grip just to have an off chance to mess with their mana, although Intuition is probably better. So opponent is going first. This means that I will mulligan for something to do on turn 1. It should be either a Wasteland, Ghost Quarter is fine-ish, hopefully that's 2 mana and a hate piece. In a perfect world that's 2 mana and 2 different hate pieces, so I wouldn't lose them all or my single hate piece to a discard spell. So far in the leagues I've lost to and all 4 matches I played. I think all of them were close. I lost 1-2. Usually that's after a longish battle in third game, which I just couldn't close fast enough. Well, winning the first game, this hand is terrible. It's only good if opponent goes for all their mana rocks on turn 1 and passes the turn, and even then I'm not guaranteed to hit anything. This gets us turn 2 Chalice for 0. Basically on turn 1 I play 2 lands and Exploration, on turn 2 I play the third land, transmute Alaria West for Chalice and cast it for 1. I think that's enough for the keep, especially since I'm not guaranteed to get anything better going lower, and I also have Engineered Explosives in case they would be casting their mana rocks. I'm keeping Intuition. After I do what I said previously, I can Intuition for triple Sphere of Resistance, for example, or Loam plus gate pieces. So it's Exploration and Misty Rainforest and pass. If opponent is familiar with the format, they have to respect the possibility that I have crop rotation into Wasteland here. That's why they are fetching the basic island. So now again, all I can do is just sit here and hope that opponent doesn't have a win on turn 2. If they have it, well, too bad, but I can't really do much. I will fetch to Tropical Island at the end of their turn. Or when I untap. They could be going... No, they don't have an Abrupt Decay here. Ground Seal. Cards in graveyards can be the targets of spells or abilities. That invalidates Life from the Loam. That's nice. It also prevents the recursion of Academy Ruins and Hate Pieces, and they also draw a card. I'm not sure they really need to waste a sideboard slot for this. I suppose it's a surgical protection. Well, yeah, traditional red-green lands decks nowadays usually sideboard 2 surgicals. The difference between this deck and traditional red-green lands is that they can are they going off? They can the traditional red-green lands can fetch up a singleton hate piece with a gamble. I don't play gambles, and intuition doesn't get me that. Here we are going for engineered explosives for 0. I wouldn't mind top decking a land as well, any land that lets me play it, preferably. Life from the Loam is dead. Let's see, I sided out 2 life from the Loams. Usually I side out at least once, because life from the Loam is the primary target for every single hate piece they are playing. Wasteland, that's perfect. So let's play out the land, play out another, cast explosives for 0, and explode it immediately to deny opponent as much mana as possible. We will also be wastelanding the bayou. It's unlikely they could go off here and now. I also have an option of intuitioning for triple chalice here. However, it's not good. I can only play chalice for on 0, and I assume that opponent has all their 0 mana artifacts already in play. So okay, Martinez, thanks for watching. Good night. Yeah, opponent is brainstorming to get at least some value of their Lotus Petal. Hopefully they are brainstorm locking themselves. Opponent is playing out the artifacts because the main hate piece lands usually have is Thorn of Amethyst or Sphere of Resistance. So basically, if they pass the turn, I can also play Trinisphere. I can also play Chalice. They are playing them out just to have some protection against. Oh, what's this? What is this? Infernal Tutor. Okay, so there's an ad nauseam coming. Now we just sit back and enjoy. Okay, the start is Abrupt Decay. I like it. Dark Petition. Perfect. Please continue, opponent. This is bad. This is also bad. Down to 10. They have 3 mana floating. That's 4th mana with the petal. I might be dead soon, but let's see. I don't think opponent can go off with these cards yet, so they have to go on, and I'm not sure what are we waiting for. Maybe opponent lost the connection again. Considering this is just the second game, they are really having a bad internet connection. And disconnected again. That's one way to win against ad nauseam tendrils, I suppose, but I would actually prefer to win in a way that gives me the credit and not the timer and opponent's connection. Obviously they could stop at some point and just plan to go off the next turn, but I don't think that's what's happening here. Yeah, I can't really expect players at the Grand Prix to disconnect in the middle of the match, especially multiple times. Especially during team event, I think then the other player might step in. I'm not sure about the rules regarding that, by the way. So they kinda rejoined the game, but they still don't have a reasonable connection here. And disconnected again. I think restarting their computer would be an option here. So let's go back to the reprints. Anything new? No. Pillage would be... I would like Pillage in Modern. They could reprint it in some standard legal set, I think. Pillage as the single land destruction probably wouldn't hurt standard that much. And it's also versatile enough cards that it could be played. Balduvian Horde is pretty much irrelevant. Limited card. Talia reprint is nice. I don't know what's the Talia. Oh, they are hitting some more Infernal Tutors. They probably have it. 5 spells, 6, 7, maybe 8. Battle Lead. They can cast Ponder as their spell number 8, then okay, they can tutor for what? Or are they cracking in response? 3, 4, 5 mana. I'm curious. They went for Past in Flames? No. Wait. Is that... Am I staying alive here? What? I suppose opponent miscounted and only realized that post factum. A win is a win, I guess. And they disconnected again after losing the match. All they needed to do is just whatever they had, cast Ponder before casting Infernal, and they would win the match. Well, not the match, the game. I would still have a chance in the third game, and being on play gives me more chances to do something. But even then, Storm matchup is pretty bad. Let's wait for... Yeah, well... I mean, I would be at 1 and Storm doesn't really have much capability of going off again immediately. I think they would have simply lost it to time in game 3, most likely. Phyrexian Obliterator, I love the card, but there's just no place for it unless it's reprinted in Standard again. I would love to see it in Standard again. New art, well, it's not a new art, but it's nice. Azusa is commander, I don't care. Murder is for limited purposes. Blasts are uncommon, so no relevance for Pauper. I really hope this will do something to Jace prices. I'm not very optimistic though. And other cards aren't really interesting yet. I hope to see something more fun. Okay, we have some acceleration in form of Mox Diamond, we have some protection, we have Tabernacle and Wasteland. Well, unbans increase the price, not the reprints, technically. I think this is a keepable hand. If again, pretty much all my keeps are based on the fact that if it's something that's if it's a very fast combo deck, I'm not beating it game 1 anyway. So I'm basing all my keeps on the decks that I can reasonably face and the decks that are likely and to be beaten with my main decks. So Delver decks, 4-color Czech pile, or Peruvian pile in some cases. Death and Taxes. Oh, great, another Storm deck. Okay, technically it could still be a blue-black Reanimator, but yeah, but you know. So I could be dead. The unfortunate thing is that if it's Storm, they will not go for the Goblins, because they already saw Tabernacle in my hand. This could be Turbo Depths, or this could be a legacy version of Death Shadow. I've seen it already, so it's likely. So let's start with Wasteland, I suppose. If it's Turbo Depths, Wasteland gives me a chance to fight. If it's something else, well, Wasteland at least... Well, they already know about Wasteland, so there's no point of sandbagging and hiding it. And I also want to be able to play my one of my utility lands, depending on what I see. I could have led with Mishra's Factory, but if this is Turbo Depths, there's a chance of them going Dark Depths into Vampire Hexmage, and Mishra's Factory doesn't really prevent that. Knowing that they also main deck Piping Needles and Ghost Quarters, Maze isn't a guaranteed answer either. But yeah, that's Turbo Depths. So let's see what they get. Snow-covered forest. Okay, so what opponent did is just they fixed their mana to be able to do something. Yeah, this is unfortunate. They probably will name Wasteland, which means that I won't have that many answers to their combo. Turbo Depths is, I think it's a slightly positive matchup, but I really have to play it carefully. For example, I can't in any way play my own Dark Depths here. I could go for Bojuka Book, exiling their graveyard, or I could go for Mishra's Factory to beat them down. Wasteland is basically just a mana land by this point that makes one colorless mana. I will need to play Maze sometime soon, probably next turn. So let's go with Tropical. Tropical lets me cast Life from the Loam if I top deck it next turn. And yes, I will cast Life from the Loam into an empty graveyard. And also play my Maze of it. So I'm just F6ing here. There's nothing I can do. That's probably yet another Sylvan Scrying, which isn't good. That means they are likely to get there soon. Dark Depths. Interesting. The fact that they are fetching Dark Depths probably means that they already have Thespian Stage there. Okay, please let me top deck Thespian Stage. I really need to punish my opponent for this. And Thespian Stage would be the best way. So, as in lands matchups, so in this matchup you don't want to play out your Dark Depths unless you are immediately sacrificing it, because opponent might be able to use it for their own advantage. Yeah, sure. Well, the good thing is we have double protection against the combo, and now we also have Sylvan Library, which might get Abrupt Decayed because they have 3 cards in hand, and it could be a backup pieces of combo, it could be some crop rotations, it could be Piping Needles. They are copying the Swamp. This lets them cast Vampire Hexmage. It also protects their Thespian Stage from Wasteland in case I suddenly get rid of Piping Needle. At this point I think I should be actively using my Sylvan Library to get to something. I have 2 answers to their combo for now, but they need only to find 2 answers of their own. Yeah, Hexmage. For Hexmage, I hope we find Punishing Fire here. Exploration is a great draw. It speeds up our own play. And I wouldn't mind getting something there that's useful. Port is useful, a second exploration isn't. Although I could probably just pay 8 life. I need to dig deeper into my deck. So I played 1 land, I can play some more. Rishadan Port is one of those lands. Tabernacle is another. I want to constrain my opponent on mana a little bit. And that's my land limits. I will be porting their Thespian Stage during their upkeep after they pay for the Hexmage. That way I can keep them at least a little bit fair. I have Mace, so there's no risk of losing to Vampire Hexmage or something ridiculous like that. I wouldn't mind finding my Ghost Quarter. That way I could start going at their lands. I can probably pay 8 more. Okay, Thespian Stage becomes my Rishadan Port. That is an issue. They can port one of those and later on port another. Maybe I should have kept my port in my hand, but in any case I think I'm likely to find another answer to the combo soon. So if they attack, we maze. I can easily take another 8 from Sylvan Library. They don't really play a deck that can really punish me. Okay, so that's put on top, put on top. 1, 2, 3. Intuition. I didn't keep a green land. So let's go for Thespian stage. I can go for double Thespian stage and what could be the third land? Ghost Quarter probably? Yeah, I think double Thespian stage and the Ghost Quarter makes sense. Maze of It would make sense as well. Panfire I don't really need, so let's go for these three. I could also go for Crucible of Worlds, but this is a bit of a riskier option. I really expect to find Life from the Loam soon, or Crucible for that matter. If they give me Thespian stage, I make combo piece immediately. So let's quarter the combo piece. Also that gets rid of the potential. Yeah, my second land is Bajuka Bog. I don't think they really play any graveyard recursion usually, but better safe than sorry. And Mishra's Factory. So we can port them again. I will port Bayou as the land that gives them the most mana, well, most options of mana. They might go for the crop rotation there, but at this point I have 2 cards that protect me from the combo. They could play a second Vampire Hexmage. That would give him some angle of attack. Okay, Cycle End is nice. Academy Ruins is useless. So maybe I should just draw it all. And let's go for the cycling. Another exploration. That's not really good. They could make an instant speed Dark Depths here with Simian Spirit Guide and what's it called? And crop rotation, so I don't really want to risk tapping either Maze or Caracas, even though I have an option of attacking with Mishra's Factory, and if they block I maze it back. It's probably useless. It's removed from the combat basically. So there's no point of trying to kill the Hexmage, besides Hexmage doesn't really do anything here. We tap their land. It's safe to be at 4. It's an option to play depths and start removing counters, but I don't really want to go for that and have my depths ready for them to use. I think this could be an option starting next turn, but I don't really want to go for it unless necessary. In these matchups, just playing out your depths to be abused by the opponent is just risky. Now, if they have Bojuka Bog, I would be in trouble. Ghost Quarters. So yeah, they are starting to look for the ways to prevent me from interrupting their combo. Thank you, it has Owls. Well, I wouldn't mind to finally find something. Okay, intuition is good. And these go on top. So, blue mana, colorless mana, and for all purposes, colorless mana. Okay, that's not blue. Blue, colorless, colorless. I'm just going for triple eye from the long here. That way I can get my own Ghost Quarter and double Thespian stage and threaten combo at any point. It also lets me recur Caracas and Mace if they get rid of it. Okay, so let's start with Quarter, proceed with Thespian stage, and play another Thespian stage. I hate when Magic Online does this. I think I also want to play out Mox Diamond, but it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, loam into ticket into loam into ticket into stuff, it's infinite value. So, Chalice for 1 is great in this matchup. I also want all the mana hate. I want Cross and Grips. I think I can cut an intuition because there's not that much time to tutor for it. Punishing Fires are kinda necessary. They play the 1 mana 1/1 creature that gives your creature Shroud or Hexproof, I don't remember. Bojuka Bog is unnecessary, they aren't really recurring anything. Everything here is nice. I think I can cut one Wasteland, they will be aiming for it with needles heavily. I'll cut one Sheltered Thicket. 34 lands, so I can cut some more. Ghost Quarter, Glacial Chasm. I'm cutting a single Grove. It's unlikely I will need to Punishing Fire more than once with each one. Savannah is also a land I can cut. I just have to remember that the amount of lands my Rainforest gets is lower. Tabernacle isn't spectacular, but it's one of the better ways to answer some things they have. And as for the rest, I think the rest is fine. Taiga Port, Tabernacle, stage. Yeah, I can easily cut a singleton Dark Depths. I could probably even cut both. Okay, this hand has Maze, Wasteland, Glacial Chasm and Sylvan Library, so it's a keep. I have ways to interact with the combo early enough. and I have card draw, card advantage for later. I probably won't be able to cast Sylvan until turn 3. I need to be safe from the combo, and Petals and Simian Spirit and Elvish Spirit Guides do let them. Well, it's irrelevant now. I think I will be wastelanding the Urborg, because I'm not guaranteed Wasteland will do something later. It also prevents turn 2 Dark Depths into Vampire Hex Mage. They will be looking for Piping Needle on Wastelands in any case, so I think I should cash it in as soon as possible, and that way I also have a chance of getting rid of their mana. If they play out Petal, I might reconsider, because that would mean a possibility of crop rotation. They can still crop rotation with Elvish Spirit Guide, but I can't really outplay that. Chalice. I think I'm wastelanding first and chalicing later. I wouldn't mind drawing something that gives me mana. Okay, this is interesting. Why? And I really want to hit something that lets me cast either Chalice or Sphere and keep up something like Maze. Yeah, no. So if they don't have anything else, I think I'm quite safe to go for Chalice for 1. Or Wasteland, but Wasteland can wait. I could also go for the Sphere here, and I think that's a better choice. So it seems wastelanding Urborg on turn 1 was the correct play. My opponent seems to be quite mana screwed here. I will be able to keep Wasteland up starting not next but the turn after that, because I want to be casting Chalice for 1 next turn to prevent at least some of their spells. I don't want to cast Chalice on 2 because of my own spells, and I only cast Chalice on 2 in the matchups where it's more important. Let's play out Academy Ruins first. That way I can Academy Ruins my Sphere or Chalice if it gets destroyed anytime soon. But it seems this game should be mine already. I can wasteland whatever next mana producing land they play. And they will need a lot of time to be able to do anything. I wouldn't mind top decking Thespian Stage as well. It would instantly give me a 20/20 to kill opponent with. Basically, now what I need is a win condition, but opponent doesn't seem to be willing to wait for that. So, Turbo Depths. Off to game number 3. Okay, so this is a corgi bot for you people. Corgi bots are amazing. Even if they float on the water. Especially when they float on the water. To match number 3. And tower reprints don't really excite me much. Yeah, that was a floating corgi bot. Damn. Okay, we have combo, we have port, we have mace. This is a slow hand, but I'm inclined to keep it. Quite a few decks don't really have an answer for combo in the first game. No dinos. Oh, damn, this could be elves or other lands. Elves. Yep. Well, now this hand is bad. Although... exploration into... Rishadan port into surprise combo next turn. Yeah, no dinos. Although they could probably play a dinosaur or two in their deck just for the natural order value, you know. They are setting up quite a next turn there. So I'm just setting up combo here and passing the turn. I kinda need to hope I'm not losing this turn, but there's not much I can do to prevent it. Porting that forest doesn't really do much. But I can also port Dryad Arbor before it attacks. I route everything to Dino. Yeah, that's a nice idea. So I just hope they don't have Cradle. They will probably have it. If all they do is forest into untap Dryad Arbor and to cast something else, I think I could be safe. Unless it's the Heritage Druid. But they probably don't have Cradle, because playing Cradle and tapping it for mana is, I would say, an obvious choice here. Okay, they do. Damn it. Zenith for 1, what's it gonna be? Heritage Druid. No. Okay, so that's an interesting choice. I would have probably gone for Heritage Druid unless they already have it and will play it now. They already used one Quirion Ranger. They have another Quirion Ranger to use, but that also limits the amount of creatures capable of attacking this turn. Okay, well, I don't know what they could have here, but I'm pretty sure we win. Yeah, that's the right Dryad Arbor. So, opponent, do you have anything? No, I don't think Elves play. Although the red-green guy that's 6/6 and deals 6 damage whenever opponent plays a spell has reach. So there's something to remember. I will try out Containment Priests here. They could be good. I'm cutting a couple of loams. Opponents will be playing some artifact hate. Bajuka Bog is pretty bad. Caracas I'm keeping. Mazes aren't good. They don't really do much against a swarm of creatures. Sheltered Thicket is the slowest, so I'm cutting it. And I need 2 more cuts. These are pretty much untouchable, doesn't matter what the opponent is on. I'm not cutting libraries anywhere either. Double Loam and Crucible is the minimum I keep. I could cut another Intuition, but I think I want to keep them. Explosives are obviously great. All the hate artifacts are great. Ancient Tomb is pretty good. And Containment Priest is just worth giving it a shot. Punishing Fire is great, so I'm cutting a land. I think I'm cutting Dark Depths. I'm not really going for a fast combo here. And I also have... oh, I don't have a backup win condition, so let's add at least 1 tracker in place of another maze. I think I like the rest, so let's go. Opponent is on the play, so I'm looking something that wouldn't impede opponent's combo at least on turn 3, and I think that's pretty good here. I have explosives, I have exploration to ramp me up, and I also have Sphere of Resistance I can cast on turn 2. Caracas targets in Elves is pretty much some Elves lists play Gadok Tig in the sideboard the day 2 or 4. And Gadok Tig just turns off explosives. Chalice as well, but Chalice isn't that relevant. So let's fetch. Usually Chalice enters the battlefield before Gadok Tig, but cutting off explosives is relevant in my opinion. Exploration into Grove because I want to cycle Thicket at the end of the turn. And next turn we can explosive something, we can cast the Sphere, so there will be options. Grove is the land we play here, and pass the turn. Opponent says drop and Savannah, madness! We're getting beat down slowly. They could also fetch for... I forgot to cycle at end of turn, I'm dumb. So what we do here, we play stage, we play port. I think I don't want to loam this turn. I want to play Sphere and I want to port them during their upkeep. Yeah, Rurik Tar is also Caracasable. I don't really think they keep Rurik Tar or side it in here. Yeah! Dryad Arbor beatdown! You remember I sided out Maze of It? I might regret it. So let's tap one Dryad Arbor to try and prevent some damage. Heritage Druid is nice. They can also get another elf here, but they are quickly running out of resources. So that's another elf, and I can explosives for 1 next turn. cycle it just to see what we get. And cast explosives for 1. The nice thing about cost increasers is that they still count for explosives. I'm kinda sad to lose exploration here, but it's fine. So let's go for cracking explosives. Next turn I can cast Tireless Tracker, and turn after that I can start loaming and gaining advantage with the tracker. Tracker will also stop these crazy beats. Symbiote. Symbiote is fine. Symbiote will also be stopped by our mighty. Why not Loam? Loam costs 3 mana, which means that... Oh yeah, do I have enough untapped lands to also crack explosives after that? 3 mana for Loam, 1 mana to cast explosives, and no, I wouldn't have another open mana for that. I could go for the Sphere, but I will do that after I cast Life from the Loam next turn. Oh no, I cannot cast Life from the Loam next turn, so next turn will be Sphere, because preventing opponent from playing is preferable to playing myself. That's how lands operate. Okay, so first of all, let's cast the Sphere, and I will also Caracas one of their Dryads during the upkeep. I don't think I need to crack the clue here. Yes, clue is foil, because tracker is foil. That's how Magical Online works. I would prefer some other art, but it's fine. How mean am I? So let's start by casting Life from the Loam. How much does it cost? An extra 3 mana. So let's go for more clues. What should I be fetching? I think I will be fetching a second tropical to be able to pay for Talaria West Transmute, and we'll be porting Dryad Arbor again. Basically next turn we cast Sphere of Resistance, and that should do it, I think. Are they surgicaling the Loam? Oh, I F6'd. Damn, I'm stupid. I could have saved the Loam here with either Clue or Tranquil Ticket. I completely forgot about them playing this. I think this shouldn't matter really, but... And that's why I side out Loams 1 or 2, because surgical is a thing. So next turn we are playing Sphere, and after that we'll just start cracking clues and attacking. Yeah, F6ing in real life is dangerous. Cradle. Cradle makes quite a bit of mana. I wouldn't mind a Wasteland here. So let's start by cycling Tranquil Ticket. Misty isn't great here. I'm not... Yeah, there are still things I can fetch, but... I mean, they can't even cast Natural Order or Crater Hoof soon, so... I should be careful. In any case, all I can do here is cast another sphere and tap their cradle during upkeep. And I have 6th again. Ha! And we'll start cracking clues next turn, I promise. Unless we get combo. And even then I can crack a clue. Oh, they have their own Caracas. 5 mana Elvish Visionary. Fuck yeah. Okay, so combo is not really an option anymore. Wasteland is nice. I'm not even sure what I should be wastelanding here. So let's start by cracking a clue. Oh. Now, explosive with multiple sphere of resistance is a difficult thing to pull off. What I will be wastelanding here is actually Caracas. But before that we can still crack another clue. I'm wastelanding Caracas because it prevents me from comboing off, and also Caracas, it also means that if they draw, this is perfect. I can't pay for it yet. No need to attack yet. Also, wastelanding Caracas means that if they have another cradle, they aren't really gaining much of it. They have to sacrifice the previous one. Deathrite. Deathrite is also a win condition. We need to start the beatdown. I think I can attack with Tracker next turn and then Flash and Containment Priest when they attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. That's a 5 mana Containment Priest. Two Containment Priests. Yeah, most of the legacy cards are fine if you add 3 more mana to cast it. I completely agree with you. When you think about it. We can also make our own Dryad Arbors. Well, if they start champing, that's fine. We will need 2 explosives for 1. Oh, okay, they aren't really champing. Do I want 2 explosives for 1 here? And can I actually do it? Because that's a lot of colorless mana I need to put. So they cost 3 mana to play. Let's say that's colorless, colorless, colorless. Then 2 to crack. Yeah, I think we'll do it. Oh, no, 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 no. I want to pay 1 colored mana. and get rid of those two. Then during upkeep we're porting the cradle again. Taking 1 damage or even 2 is fine here. I'm easily racing, and next turn I have a surprise for the opponent in the form of Containment Priest. I don't even need to play it anymore. So, okay, so we're keeping 2 mana, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm cracking a single clue. And I may even crack another if I don't draw an untapped land. If I draw an untapped land, I have mana for Containment Priest. This match seems to be taking a while. Well, that's one way you can have an untapped mana source. Doesn't really make me mana, but it gives me a Mark Lage. Elves in general seems to be a good matchup for me. I remember a long time ago Elves would be a problem, but somehow now lands have a good matchup. I haven't lost a single match to Elves in the leagues, and I'm not sure I dropped a single game. Yeah, natural order, visionary and stuff. Zenith. Containment priests are great against Zenith. So I'm 5-0 in the leagues against Elves. It also puts me 3-0 in the league. Let's play another match. Also, if anybody has any more corgi videos, please send them here. And I mean it. Just not anything that's not safe for work. I wouldn't want to be banned from Twitch. Chat needs to see this. Is this the previous one you sent me? Let's open the beauty. Yes, it's a corgi swimming. Look at them legs. Look at the tiny fluffy butt. Look at the tiny paws. Look at the fat belly. It's a swimming corgi. It's amazing. Any new spoilers? Oh, Prosh, Skyrider of Her. Yet another card nobody cares about. So, ramp, bonfire control, and wasteland. That's an insta keep. We have a way to answer turn 1 death right. We have a grindy way to answer. Oh shit. Okay, so thing I'm going after is a basic forest first of all. Then the next thing is Mox Diamond, discarding 1 grove. This is probably one or another. It takes up a mythic slot. Yes, you are right. You could get an Imperial Recruiter, or you could get this. Oh, it's the worst kind of moon deck. Are we getting attacked by an infinite amount of worms? Or is it Emrakul? Stay tuned. How fucked are we now? Oh, just an Inferno Titan. That's almost fine when you think about it. I'm just getting attacked for 10. And next Inferno Titan might just kill me, but it's totally worth it. Oh, 7. Yeah, right. Oh, right, it's 7. I could go for Glacial Chasm, but it doesn't get me anywhere, so I'm just hoping they don't have any more fatties. And just restraining them on mana a little bit. Whenever Inferno Titan kills me, pretty much anything kills me. Oh no, Chalice for 1! What can I do here? Should I play my own Chalice on 1 here? You tell me. Yeah, let's go with it. Although I should probably hide it for the following turns. So, here all we are doing is dying anytime soon, I guess. And here begins our road of punishing opponent for 20 within 20 turns, while hoping they won't draw any single relevant creature in all that time. Well, fuck. I guess we're punishing them in any case. So now our plan shifts. What we want to draw is Dark Depths this turn, and next turn after that we want to draw Engineered Explosives. What can we do here? I'm not really having fun, but I mean, this matchup is abysmal and it doesn't really matter what I do here. Opponent isn't drawing anything either. I think I'm dredging for a little bit. I might get Cycle Ends. I might get... Oh, sure, let's play it. Let's put Chalice in the Life from the Loam in the graveyard. There's a slight issue that this is my one of the only 2 Engineered Explosives. So if I mill the second one as well, I can instantly scoop. Let's get some lands into place. Yeah, no need to sack the land. I mean, I can even play my Glacial Chasm and I'm not losing anything. How great is that? Let's discard whatever. Let's pass the turn. I think I'm even casting Chalice on 3 next turn, maybe? Still no Dark Depths. Because Intuition doesn't get me anywhere, and this prevents opponent from casting additional Blood Moons and shit. This is a hilarious game. So, Mono Red Sneak Attack, this is the first time I play against it, and in the leagues with this deck, and well, hopefully that's the last time I play against it this year or something like that. Oh no, not the creature! Damn it, he got me. So, what goes in? Containment priests go in. Tireless trackers and cross and grips go in. Chalice goes out. Spheres don't really matter. Ancient Tomb wants to go in. Panfire 1 goes out. I keep intuitions. I cut 1 life from the loam, I think. Bojuka Bok is irrelevant. Glacial Chasm is irrelevant. I can easily cut a couple of mazes because they are most likely mountains. Tabernacle is irrelevant. What else is irrelevant here? Aside from pretty much everything. I'm cutting Sheltered Thicket. I'm down to 31 lands, so I want to cut something from non-lands, and I'll cut 1 life from the loam. It's likely we'll face some graveyard hate. Again, this is where I aggressively mulligan. This should be good enough. I'm casting Misty and Mox Diamond on turn 1. And on turn 2 I can Tracker, on turn 3 I can start holding Cross and Grip or Crucible. It's not really getting better. It's a terrible matchup. Opponent plays pretty much the same hate piece as I do. They also play a way to cheat creatures into play, and they also have moons. They're starting to mulligan, that's good. Card on the bottom, which means they are not drawing very well. Mox Diamond discarding, Grove because I want Thespian Stage in play as soon as possible, just for this unlikely chance of cheesing the opponent out with an early Stage Depths combo. Which is probably not happening, but I mean, it's worth a try. Oh no. Chalice for 1. Yep. So, see, this is why I like this deck over traditional red-green lands. Red-green lands would be quite fucked right now. So let's start by casting Trackers, because cross and gripping the Chalice is completely irrelevant. It gets us nowhere, it does nothing. I mean, if they moon mean right now, I'm also fine. I just don't want to be hit by something like Hasty Emrakul, lots of worms, stuff like that. I wouldn't mind drawing Wasteland, by the way. Ancient Tomb is pretty good. I can go for another Tracker. Then Ancient Tomb and get both of my Trackers out of Pyroclasm range. This is okay. We have something like 3 turn clock here. Let's just hope opponent has nothing. Yeah, clues can be sucked to Emrakul as well. So if Emrakul suddenly attacks me anytime soon, I can suck everything save for Tireless Tracker and Cry. Crying is always an option. I would say I'm fine with getting wounded here. This means opponent is setting back himself on mana quite a bit. Well, now I have a choice of Crucible or getting some more clues. Oh wait, I kill opponent here. I get 2 clues. I cracked them. And I attack for 12. Okay, this was funny. I was looking for ways to gain more advantage when it was so close and so easy. Okay, so there's no real point of changing something in the sideboard. And let's just run back the same 60. Winning this match would be nice. I don't really expect it because I'm on the draw for the third game. But there's always a chance. For example, Cross and Grip and Dark Depths in my starting hand. This is a bad hand, easy mull. No mana source for anything of value. Opponent is keeping 7, so that's even worse. And this is keepable. I have Exploration, I have Cross and Grip, I have Tireless Tracker. I'm keeping this because if I get to fetch a basic forest, I can keep myself from dying too early. And also have some chances of even winning this game. So this is forest into exploration, into Mox Diamond, and I will discard Maze here because I want to be sure I can cast my spells next turn. Even though it means that if suddenly a hasty creature runs at me, I don't really have an answer. This could be Moon again. No, it's worse. It's Chandra. Now, I don't really have an answer for Chandra here. Is it non-mana? Okay, non-mana, so they will probably name Mishra's Factory, I think. We're not in a good shape here. Chandra is very likely to kill me. Yeah, that's Mishra's Factory. I hope I at least draw a land here. I'm keeping Cross and Grip up and I'm flashing in Containment Priest at the end of turn, so they will have to choose between killing one or the other, and I will have some chance of hitting Chandra down to reasonable amounts of life. Maybe even killing it. Oh, this is not good. This is very not good. Is this everyone's favorite enchantment? Oh, no. Well, whoopsie. I think I'm likely to be dead soon. What can I do here that deals with the Inferno Titan? Probably approximately nothing. It also attacks for almost lethal next turn, so I'm just Cross and Gripping Sorcerer with Spyglass, just in case. Okay, Intuition. Doesn't really do me well. I have to go for Loam. Okay, so it's I get hit by 6, 9, 11, 12, maybe 13 next turn, maybe more. My only option here is a lock of Sylvan Library. No, not Jesus. Life from the Loam. Glacial Chasm, which I sided out. So congratulations, I just played myself and I probably cannot win. That means I'm going for the combo here. Yeah, I played around them having Blood Moon a bit too much. Yep, that's Life from the Loam. And that probably means I'm dead next turn. Well, probably not this, but next turn. Again, I think keeping sideboarding Glacial Chasm out was the correct choice. It's a dead land early in the game, and it's just yet another mountain late in the game. And this is a fringe situation which didn't really happen anytime previously to me, and now they pump Inferno Titan for a lot, basically up to 13 and 6, and that's how I die. Let's see them actually do it. It's not something I get to see any day. So our match for the fourth. Oh wait, I'm alive. I'm at 1. I get to play another turn. No clue what to do here. Well, I can at least... No, I cannot make the combo because I don't have another land. Oh, I had Mox Diamond, but I mean... At least I didn't lose 0 and 2. Let's pretend that's some kind of achievement. I'll go grab some water and come back for the last match. Okay, so what's your opinion, considering all that's seen and said and all? Should I keep Glacial Chasm in against these decks? Considering that Emrakul makes me sacrifice it most likely, this is an okay hand. It will be bad if opponent hits my grove with the Wasteland. I don't think that's likely, and I also have Crucible. Whoa, mulligan to 4. I'm scared. If opponent is willing to play after mulligan to 4, this might be a bad sign. I have... So, what decks mulligan to 4? Well, Blood Moon decks. We can still be hit by turn 1 blood. Okay, opponent saw all they want. And let's sideboard a little bit of everything. I'm sideboarding in more chalices, usually they are good. I'm siding out at least 1 loam. I'm keeping all those. I will risk taking 1 Rishadan Port out and 1 Dark Depths. And another card I side out. Let's side another port out. Why not? So this was A very generic sideboarding plan against a very generic opponent that lives in a very generic world. Here we have turn 2 end of turn combo. Oh, so Blood Moon! How many cross and grips we sided in? 1. That's not good. Chalice for 0. That's very bad. Okay, so are we fucked or are we completely fucked? So let's start by putting some fear of God into opponent. Keep in mind that our only outs here are a singleton cross and grip or a singleton tireless tracker going all the way. Because I cannot remove Chalice of the Void with my engineered explosives, and I have no way of doing enough damage in any other way. I cannot put explosives on 0 and I cannot get explosives up to 3. Yeah, I need a grip, a green source, or a grip and a tireless tracker against an opponent that draws completely and absolutely nothing. This is fine. It's fine. This we can deal with. So this would be step 1, but unfortunately there's that Chalice. So let's go for Tolaria West, play it because we're not transmuting it, and cast the Crucible. Because, again, why not? Okay, so this is a tribal goblin version, which also means that we only have... Why not attack with the Magus? I don't comprehend it. That's not a forest. Let's go for the Despin stage. I'm already not winning this, but I want to see what opponent is playing as much as possible. I wouldn't mind drawing Punishing Fire here, just to kill either Rebel or Magus. Oh, yeah. So, Punishing Fire to kill a Rebel, Tireless Tracker. I want to see for another turn if they play anything else. Yes, discarding a land to hand size and then attacking with Crucible is an option. Attacking with Crucible, yes, that's what I said. Okay, so Chalices are dead here. Out with you, out with you. Cross and grips go back, tireless trackers go back. Punishing fires are good, ports are good. I want a second depth for the easy wins. This time I'm keeping Glacial Chasm. And I'm sounding out mazes. And another card I will be siding out is Tolaria West. No, Bojukabok is the Saki land. I could also go for Containment Priests just as a surprise blockers to Magos. But I would need to cut something. Tabernacle is probably not good. I can cut one and bring in a singleton priest just because I can. So let's go. I need a good first hand, and this gives me a forest, and I also have trackers. This is a keep. I don't want to mulligan too much. Yeah, Caracas could have been an option, but it's an untapped mana source, I don't really want to cut them. I want to be able to play good stuff as early as possible in this matchup. For a moment I was scared I accidentally chose Savannah. I hope this is the Chalice for 1. Yep. See? And Chalice for 0. That's more annoying. But this is what makes this deck better in this matchup than the traditional red-green lands, is that this Chalice for 1 is pretty much irrelevant for me. If I had a turn 1 exploration I would have cast it, I do not have it. Human, so that's Magus of the Moon here. Yeah, and now we'll have our tracker, and we'll just hope that they won't have... This is great. We are threatening to win anytime with a timely cross and grip. Not cross and grip, even worse, punishing fire. If they attack with Magus, we're trading. Okay, Moon first. Pretty sure we can bravely attack with Tracker into Moon. That's a dead card. Or should we go for a land and crack it? I think I'll go for the land. Because I kinda want an option to play a thing if I draw it. A thing could be anything. Well, not this exploration. This tracker still dies to Chandra, which is bad. But we're not really getting him out of Chandra range, but at least we got it almost out of what it's called, the Red Confluence range. Here we're just playing a second tracker into a land, into crack a clue, into hit you hard in the head. Basically, as some intelligent orcs in Might and Magic, the old Might and Magic games would say, me bash good. Yeah, Chalice on 1 is bad against traditional red-green lands. Against me, Chalice on 1 doesn't really accomplish much. Mock Catcher. It catches goblins. Goblin permanent card. Well, they'll have to jump. Can we get anywhere? I cannot set it for 0. I cannot set it for more than 2. So basically we're just cracking clues. I want punishing fire. That would be nice. Let's proceed with Grove. Get another clue. Crack another clue. So basically they have to jump both trackers here. And trackers are amazing, let me tell you. Yes! Yeah, Muscle Wizard casts Fist. Okay, so Moon Stompy, Goblin Stompy, do I have it anywhere here on my list? no, Goblin Stompy, that's 1 and 0. So traditional moon decks aren't that bad because sometimes you beat them just like this. Problem is when they have something better. So for now, let's talk about the deck list. I will open one chest later. I'm still happy about Sylvan libraries and I don't really miss my crop rotations. My goal was to test containment priests. I didn't really draw them when I sided them in. I had them against Elves, but they weren't really necessary there. So we'll need to test some more. And let's open one chest just for the sake of it. And then we'll be done with the night. I'll sell the rest. 13 points, sensor, and crap. So we're up to a reasonable amount of points, and again, thanks for watching. I will try to stream a league tomorrow, probably late in the evening. But for now, this is it. Thank you and